Welcome back to another episode of How the Hell Did This Go #1? And we've got a power ballad today, one that I picked, and this is so fitting for the #1 rated show by 3 Canadians talking about American #1s. I'm going to introduce myself, Kirk Buchner, the owner, the operator of all this.
The chairman.
I'm the chairman of the board, let's just say, and better hair than Frank Sinatra after he started losing his hair.
Good, there's a caveat in there.
Well, there kind of has to be. I would think, because I was a toupee, everyone. A toupee. But there's my co-hosts, Brad Nelson, Andrea Tessmann. How you doing on this fine, coldish winter evening?
Hey, it's spring here in BC.
Well, springtime in Alaska, it's 40 below. And I might as well be, because that's here in Winnipeg. But that's all good.
Winterpeg.
Yeah, I'm enjoying
I know a song about 40 below.
And I'm here in my truck.
I don't give a fuck, and it's off to the rodeo.
There's an element of left and an element of right.
All right. The two of you spend way too much time together because I just don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. But that's okay. My disco, Brad, is your glam metal. Safe to say?
Yes, because I have taste.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, glam rock is absolutely amazing, only because of the fact that it actually wound up somehow getting popular to have men in spandex with hair that is teased so hard it's pissed off. It's unbelievable that this.
Oh, and the lipstick and the blush and eyeliner.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, you've got Poison, and then you've got like Twisted Sister, who went even further, and then you've got like Kiss, who came out of the disco era doing kabuki rock.
You got that all.
Kabuki rock is its own thing.
No, I'm just saying, like on a sliding scale.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, there's glam metal like Poison, like we're talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
There's Twisted Sister, who went all out, and then there's like I said, you know, full makeup, kabuki rock. It's kind of like, you know, Guar Light.
Again, this is all backwards. Kiss was
first, but I'm saying on a sliding scale,
yeah,
of dressing up like a woman and singing rock songs. That's where it would go.
I never want to date a woman who looked like Gene Simmons.
Close your eyes and enjoy the tongue.
No, because he's probably going to keep talking or something awful. I can't. You know, it's Gene.
I mean, you're giving him credit for the sounds coming out of his mouth being talking.
It seems like that's something he could pull off, though. Anyway, we're not here to talk about this. I don't know how this happened. It's like I gave Brad too much attention here.
I like the little trails we go down.
Well, speaking of the treasure trail, let's just sort of like move on to I guess a group that sort of shaved theirs off, because that was sort of what you did back then if you were a hair metal band. Poison. This was their second album, their biggest hit, their signature hit on the list of many of the top power ballads of its time. And I think the reason I picked it, not necessarily for this song specifically, but I thought it might be fun to look at the power ballad from glam rock in general. A staple of the second wave of all of these bands. The Poisons, the Warrants, the Winger. They all had the same...
offside, dude.
Okay, I could have come up with any other...
Don't mention Winger.
Kip Winger? Okay, whatever. I mean, Slaughter, whatever. Enough's enough. I mean, like, the list keeps going on of a group that sort of were prettier than your girlfriends, but your girlfriend still wanted to sleep with. And a lot of the reason they thought they could was A, they probably could if they were good looking enough, and B, songs like this. Because see, I can change them. They've got a soul underneath all that hairspray.
Well, it really was a thing, because you had Poison all dressed up prettier than most girls that you've ever met.
Bigger hair.
And the big hair, the big makeup. And then you get this song, and you get Bret Michaels coming out being very austere, wearing no makeup, with his glasses and his like still teased hair, but not big, just like under his
real hair.
Yeah, teased, not pissed off.
Just like these long locks and his like fairly tame tattoos, to be honest, and just looking very, look, I can be moody and serious.
No, it came from a real place.
Well, it was a trope, but
no, it was
yes.
a true story.
Yeah, he was on the road in probably a Winnebago because they couldn't afford a bus at the time. And
second album, they could afford a bus.
He from a hotel laundromat, he called his girlfriend, and a dude answered the phone. So instead of riling against it, he went and wrote a really sad song. Like, I really like this song. I think this song is brilliantly put together. Has a decent point, and it's brooding and moody without being pissed off.
Yeah, like if this song comes on in the car, that, if you've got a few people in the car, people are going to sing along to this song, even though they're not brooding and moody or moody and brooding or whichever. They're going to sing along to it. It's very much, it's an easily sung along to song, even though some of the lyrics are actually, they're crafted fairly well.
And some
and
are
the
not.
funny thing was, this charted on country as well.
Oh,
only because he jackhammered the word cowboy in it so he could wear a hat.
Do you think that was around the time that maybe he might have noticed his first bald spot, and he started wearing hats?
He looks good in a cowboy hat, though. But like every cowboy sings a sad song. You know what?
That's the lyric that makes me.
Cowboys are happy, and cowboys singing sad songs is actually also a happy thing. Oh, Brad, don't.
Okay, for those just listening, Brad's now donned a cowboy hat.
I've got the cowboy. I have to reshape it, but yeah, every cowboy does sing a sad song, man. But
then that's usually like, it's a happy thing. You watch any Western, the sad songs that cowboys sing are not a sad point in the movie.
First off, if they're singing in a Western, that's not a Western.
It's a musical.
Oh, come on.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes.
Or I'm back in the saddle again.
Okay. No. It doesn't happen. I'm not going to go off on that tangent. I could, which is why the biggest disappointment, this actually echoed on a Simpsons episode. I was that kid when I finally saw Paint Your Wagon. Oh, it's Clint Eastwood. There's going to have to be a lot of blood. What the fuck's going on here? But anyway.
You going to be okay, Kirk?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right.
I'll be all right.
So back to the point, and I can't believe it's me doing this. So like, if I'm the voice of reason, we're in the wrong group. But the idea behind this song is that it's not bad at all. It adds a little bit of humanity to it. Everybody's had that breakup that you found out somebody's been cheating or something along those lines, and people can relate to the song. It's incredibly car singable as well. It's a well-crafted song, and there's no question as to why it hit number one, because it kind of deserved to. It was created very well.
Well, let's look at when this happened. So this went number one on December 24th, 1988. And I'm going to argue that in some ways, even though this was late in the glam / hair metal genre, it still inspired a template that a lot of others were either doing or followed still after. You've got your party songs, you've got your sex songs, and then you've got to throw in a power ballad. This wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, Aerosmith did the same thing before Poison.
They did.
And Def Leppard, and like they all did them.
Right.
And Van Hagar.
Yes, that's true. Van Halen didn't do that, but Van Hagar did.
Van Hagar did, because Hagar missed his wife so bad.
Did he?
I guess so, because he
kept the stories I heard him on the road. I don't.
Hey, but he's just a gigolo.
No, that's David Lee Roth.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh no, you do not. You
Thank
don't
you.
butcher the scat. No, the scat is sacred. Hummily bibbly zibbly bibbly hummily bibbly zibbly bop.
Okay, did you really have to sort of trump me on that? That wasn't
No,
necessary.
no, you can't disparage the scat. As I don't like calling it scat either because that's wrong and weird.
That's something that I heard in a German porn film. But moving right along.
Yeah, I'm the scat man. You're the what?
That could be one we could look at once we move on to how the hell was this a hit? Because I know exactly which one you're talking about. I never quite got that one either. But anyways, moving away from German porn films and Scheisen or
Scheisse.
Scheisse. Scheisse. Anyway.
Hey.
German is such a great language. Even when you say I love you, it sounds violent.
Mm-hmm.
Usually is in German.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Hey,
Andrea,
my German relatives loved me and weren't violent.
say the
All is
words.
well.
I had German relatives too, and they no, actually a lot of them really didn't.
It's like that joke, like tell the world's a scare, or tell people you love them because the world needs that, but tell them in German because it's also terrifying.
It's a very terrifying language. Brett Michaels, who is not German. Look at me now bringing this. Andrea, this is supposed to be what you do.
Yeah, well, do your job. You had one job,
Drinking
Andrea.
wine.
Keep the train on the tracks.
Jesus, you're supposed to look at us two train wrecks.
So exactly.
Yeah.
Funny story with Poison, going into the back catalog here a while before they got a hit.
Mm-hmm.
They interviewed two guitarists to play with them. One was Cece that they brought on, and the other one was Slash. Well, he was still part of Hollywood Rose.
And they wanted an East Coaster.
They wanted an East Coaster. They said no to Slash, and Slash went on to help create Guns N' Roses with LA Guns and Hollywood Rose.
Slash still looks the same, I think. I don't know what he really looks like.
He's definitely showing his age when he parts the curtains.
Mm-hmm. I think Sia sort of stole a bit of that look in a weird roundabout way.
Yeah, her bob cut is a little shorter and more well managed.
Yeah. Speaking of people who are showing their age, but anyway, I will argue also here that this was actually this song, this hit, this monster hit, which wasn't their end, but it was the beginning of their end on top. They never had another number one hit. 2 years later, well, they did have hits after this, but no genre of music got more destroyed by Seattle and the grunge sound more than this.
Oh yeah, grunge was starting to come in as Poison was fading out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it faded glam metal out in general. It was a big force that really, in my opinion, destroyed rock and roll.
Grunge destroyed rock and roll.
Absolutely.
All right, I wasn't expecting this path. I want to hear this because for me, it saved rock and roll.
Because you got from Elvis
up
until the tail end of glam metal, you've got music, and it's about, rock and roll was rebellious, and there was partying involved, and there was the rebellion involved, and there was the feelings in the power ballads and stuff like that came out of it, and all this stuff. And then grunge hits the scene, and it's, I'm very depressed and I can't enunciate.
Well, that was their rebellion.
That's mumble rap.
It's basically mumble rap, but I mean the idea with Nirvana hits the scene like this tsunami of suck and winds up. I know everybody loves Nirvana and it's great and wonderful. Yeah. And I think the best thing Kirk ever did was put an end to it.
Christ.
Was just the fact that it was mopey, ill-pronounced.
Okay. So I'll agree with you that Nirvana was very far to the mopey, mumbly side of grunge. But then there's Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots. There's a lot of still rock grunge bands that were just a different progression of it. I think the glam metal took things to a point that you couldn't progress past Twisted Sister
No, they
in
ran out of
terms
Coke.
of the look, the style, the thing they had going on. But a lot of that still translated into the grunge rock.
The one thing I gotta say is
Stone Temple Pilots, and like there was a lot of that heart that moved. So yes, I think that grunge killed glam rock, but I don't think grunge killed rock.
I have to say, in all honesty, grunge killed the talented frontman, I think, because in
That
as far as-
charismatic.
It changed the role. They were still talented. They were just now less pretty.
they were less pretty. They were very depressed. You know, they stared at their shoes a lot, and then they mumbled.
Which was a lot more relatable for a lot of us, myself included.
Yeah, I guess so. I always looked at, you know, for me at least, I always went to music to be uplifted a little bit.
Which you still, well, yeah, and a lot of people still could. But things did change, and I think because they were so pretty rather than good looking, let's just say, it really killed them in the video, like with the video era. Everything. I look at almost everything like politics in a way. So I don't know what you call those things that a lot of doctors or psychiatrists might have, like the thing where the rock goes like one way and then the three, and then it just knocks the other. Like click, click, not a pendulum.
The perpetual motion machines.
Yeah, that's Cat's Cradle. No, that's
Yeah, I think that might be. Yeah. Anyways, it's the perpetual motion kinetic thing.
Okay. All right. So like it was just. It went so far one way that it couldn't help but swing back this other
pendulum.
Yeah. This was where that was a total reaction to it. And Poison, to their credit, are not a laughed at group because they did do a lot of things fun. They knew what they were, and they had just enough success that they remained. Whereas, like you scoffed when I brought up Winger and other bands of that, but Winger gets laughed at. Great White gets laughed at. White Lion, the Vixen, like
Once Bitten, Twice Shy, man, come on.
I do like that song, but you know, like those are more guilty pleasures. Where Poison, like, okay, you know what? I don't care. We still like this shit. Poison will still sell out decent sized buildings.
They are touring again this year
with Crew.
Yep, with Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
Yeah, I believe Leopard's in there as well.
Oh, yeah, they were supposed to be doing it in 2020, but it got postponed, and apparently it's been rescheduled for 2022.
What happened in 2020?
2020 and 2021 did not exist. We've just moved. Actually, no, we haven't, because I mean, we've been doing this podcast now for a year and a half. So
it exists in the way that Def Leppard's drummer's left arm exists.
Somewhere.
Actually, I don't know whether it's left or right. I just ran with it.
Yeah, what has 9 arms and sucks? It's the old joke, but yeah. Or 7 arms and sucks, sorry.
But I got to agree with you, Kirk. Def Leppard, or sorry, not Def Leppard. Poison, they knew what they were. They were a party rock band. Mm-hmm. And they had fun with it, and they were fun to listen to, and you could sing along with a bunch of their tracks. And then you had this song, which was like the obligatory, more serious ballad that everybody got their lighters up and sang along with. And they never tried to be more than that. They didn't try to change their sound or, you know, progress with the times. They were what they were, and they still are.
One of my most favorite things looking this up was noticing that Rock of Love, the Bret Michaels reality show, has a longer Wikipedia entry than Poison.
Yep.
Hysterical to me. And I loved Rock of Love. Bad TV dating shows, sign me up, man. I love that shit.
See, I can't.
That was like the worst of the worst.
Flavor of Love was
binge the hell out of Naked Attraction, which I think if you like bad dating shows, watch Naked Attraction.
Basically, you look at their genitals first and then decide if you want to date them.
Yeah, so it's on British TV.
Oh, man,
they get you
naked.
But it's brilliant. Like they show you the junk first, like from the ankles to the junk, and then they show you the torso, and then they show you the head. Then the person gets to talk, and they get eliminated as you go, and it's brilliant. It's a train wreck. It's beautiful.
I do.
But
love
anyways,
TV.
I still think that. Don't be an asshole.
Okay,
He's a
for
cat.
everyone, like, that's
He has
Andrea
to be an
talking
asshole.
to her cat. It's not the Brad or I. She's got
But I gotta say that you are right. Flavor of Love is probably the worst dating show, but
it's also the best. I mean, like when there's an episode where one of them takes a shit on the floor.
Flavor Flav!
That is the best. I love that stuff. Ooh, that would be a good one for how the hell did this get on? Oh, maybe I should.
Oh, you totally should look at that. It doesn't matter what episode, they're all the worst. But I just had to look it up. So Bret Michaels,
Mhm.
they had a few years of success and like linger on. He's worth $16 million. So like the dude's not hard up.
No, and he wrote his material. I'm sure some people might look at him as sort of goofy for falling in that reality TV show genre.
Everybody was doing it. Why not?
Hey, if you're washed up, the money's not coming in from any other place other than the occasional tour, then hell, why not do it?
I don't know that $16 million is washed up.
No, but I mean, okay, nothing's coming in anymore. You're not washed up. Like
He still gets royalties. Their songs are still used in movies and like occasionally as soundtracks for stuff. He's got royalties coming in.
On the way up and back to the trip to Salmon Arm recently. He was in my little 80s rock mix as I went.
No, they've done very well. Although, have you seen what Bret Michaels looks like right now?
Well, the years have been
going to Steve Tyler's plastic surgeon or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Steve Tyler is just becoming an old babushka.
He is an old babushka.
I think I can't remember if I've said it to the two of you or I said this to another group and said that no one else would get it. That he looks like Madam of Wayland Flowers and Madam.
Why does Bret Michaels look like a pirate?
Like a pirate?
Oh, now I've got more respect for the man.
A female pirate.
And that's with the airbrush filter.
Okay.
Oh, that's definitely with the airbrush filter. But he looks like, see, that's a bit more without, but you can't really see it.
I used to be with it. Then they went and changed what it is. Now what it is weird and scary. It'll happen to you.
One of my go-tos, and I've said that I don't know how many times, and dear God, it's so true. So I think we'll wrap this one up. Brad, what do you got for us next week?
Oh.
Did you forget?
No.
You had one job.
No, I thought, Andrea, we talked about this. You were going next, weren't you?
I thought it was you, but I have one in the wings.
Right, well, I guess that's what we'll do.
All right. So next week, we're going in the Wayback Machine.
Okay.
To 1958.
Okay.
The Coasters. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
All right. Okay. That's a fun one.
I don't know if there's going to be anything interesting to talk about, but the song is fun. And it's kind of a novelty song.
Kind of a novelty song. Something that a lot of kids can sort of go with it, can understand. All right. I'll leave my thoughts for that.
Yeah,
and I might have to watch.
Last week we did your buddy's pick, and it was supposed to be Andrea's pick.
No, it was supposed to be Kirk's pick.
This was Kirk's pick.
Yeah, but last week was supposed to be Kirk's pick.
Oh, I got all confused.
It's okay, Brad. We can change the order.
All right, as long as I'm still pretty.
You're pretty.
Okay.
Oh, so pretty.
I feel pretty and witty and gay.
And I pity any girl who is in me today.
See the pretty girl in the mirror there.
Who's that pretty girl?
Hey, did you know I wrote a book?
Wait, Kirk, did you write a book?
Yeah,
Great segue.
Book. Yeah, I had to segue the fuck out of that.
We will turn this into a musical at any opportunity, Kirk.
No, you will not.
Any opportunity.
Tell me more, Andrea.
All
So
right.
Kirk, what's the name of the book you wrote?
Chavo Guerrero instant classic about the late great Chavo Guerrero Sr. Check that out on Amazon. There's a lot of other shows that we're doing. I'm doing a bunch more interviews of just people that I've been talking to along the way, so check those out. Also, we've got the other regular shows, the Hall of Fame show with Evan Nolan and I, where we look at Hall of Fame stuff. But Evan's bailed on me yesterday, so I've got to have someone else tomorrow. He recommended you, Andrea, but I said, like, I don't think that you
I don't know sports.
Yeah, so
I know sports.
No, you don't.
Yeah, they do the thing like they kick the ball or they hit the puck with the stick, right?
yeah, well,
Or they run the ball.
Yes,
Right.
I found someone who's going to sub in. Longhorn Dave will be substituting there after you interview. Had a chance to chat with him about Houston sports. You know, something that Brad's really big on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. And there's always another one to check out. It's This Crap was on national television. I've got to pick another one, I think, for that one. But for that,
Go with Flavor of Love for sure.
I might actually. I think I might try to find an old Oscars since it's Oscar season.
Nice.
I got to find the one.
Go with a really racist one.
Which one is that?
The
Like
one
probably
where
everything before 1988.
I
take the one where the Godfather
so I don't.
Marlon Brando.
Brando sent up somebody in his stead.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, didn't we already talk about this?
We did briefly on one of ours, but
Yeah.
not on the TV end of things.
Yeah, I guess so. I gotta find a substitute there. But the last one we just did on the Beachcombers is now up, so check that out. If you don't know what that is, it is classic Canadian content that is near and dear to the hearts of a lot of Canadians. Actually, I got an interesting message saying, like, if you didn't know that this is a Canadian hit, then clearly you're not Canadian. But I am Canadian. I just don't like it. I don't know what more to tell you.
It doesn't matter that you knew it was a hit or not. You
You
knew
would've
it was
known
a
about
hit.
it.
You just don't like it.
And you know what? Everybody
Like
knows
it-
the Log Driver's Waltz. If you're Canadian, you know about the House Hippo.
I was gonna say it's too bad you couldn't do the Log Driver's Waltz.
I tried to explain to my wife who Stompin' Tom was. That's still not going very well.
The good old hockey game.
But with that, wherever you are, wherever you may be, stay safe, everyone, and have a good one.
Bye.